Good morning, sir. I'm Robin Padua. Our reporting is all about Chapter 11, which is File System Interface. File System Interface, File Concept, Access Methods, Desk and Directory Structure, File System Mounting, File Sharing, and Protection. Objective of file system: to explain the function of file system, to describe the interface to file system, to discuss file system design trade-offs including access methods, file sharing, file locking, and directory structure, to explore file system protection. File concept: contiguous logical address space, types, data, numeric, character, and binary. Program: contents defined by files creator. Many types: consider text file, source file, executable file. Attributes: name, definition: only information kept in a human readable form. Identifier: definition: unique tag number identifies file within file system. Type definition needed for system that support different types. Location: printer to file location on device. Size: current file size. Protection: controls who can do reading, writing, executing. Time, date, and user identification. Data for protection, security, and usage monitoring. Information about files are kept in the directory structure, which is maintained on the disk. Many variations, including extended file attributes such as file checksum. Information kept in the directory structure. File info window of Mac OS X. So this is a picture of window on Mac OS X. The following text spotlight comments. So inside the Windows on Mac OS X, we have kind, which is definition is text document, size for bytes, where user grade Dropbox created if the program were secret, modified, and label. And we have more information: name, extension, open with, preview, and sharing permission. So that's a picture of file window on Mac OS X. File is an abstract data type. Create, write at write printer location, read, which means at write printer location, reposition within file 6, delete, truncate, open F, search the directory structure on disk for entry F, and move the content of entry to memory. Close F, move the content of entry F and memory to directory structure on disk. Several pieces of data are needed to manage open files. Open files table track open files. File printers printer to last read write location per process that has the file open. File open count counter of number of times a file is open to allow removal of data from open file table when last processes closes it. Disk location of the file. Cache of data access information, access rights, per process access mode information. Locking provided by some operating system and file system. Similar to reader, writer locks, shared locks similar to reader lock. Several processes can acquire concurrently. Exclusive lock similar to writer lock. Immediate access to a file, mandatory or advisory. Mandatory access is denied depending on locks held and requested. Advisory processes can find status of lock and decide what to do. File locking example, Java API. So this is the example of file locking example Java API. They have similar to Java. Java imported Java. File locking example Java icon. So that's that one. File types name extension. So in this diagram, in this picture, inside the table you have file type, user extension and function. So file structure, non-sequence of words byte, simple record structure, lines, fixed length, variable length, and in the complex structure we have formatted document, relocated load file. In the next can simulate last of with first method by inserting appropriate control characters for decide operating system program. And this is the diagram of sequential access file. So in this diagram we have beginning and we have end, current position, rewind, read or write.
Access methods. Sequential access, it is read next, write next, and reset. No read after last write or rewrite. Direct access, file is fixed, linked, logical records. Read and write and position to end. Read next and write next and rewrite end. In, it means relative block number. Relative block number allows OS to decide where files should be replaced. See allocation problem in CH12. Simulation of sequential access on direct access file. So, makikita pa natin dito, meron dito sequential access and implementation for direct access methods can be built on top of these methods. General involve creation of an index for the file, keep index in memory, fast determination of location of data to be operated on consider UPS code plus record of data about that item. If too large, index in memory of the index on disk. IBM index sequential access method. ISAM. A small master index points to these blocks of secondary index. File keep stored on a defined key, all done by the OS. It is all done by the OS. VMS operating system provide index and relative files as another example. Example of index and relative files. So, makikita mo natin, meron ditong index file at saka relative file. So, ito pa yung laman ng index file. Ito pa yung magkaiba pa sila ng relative file. Kung makikita pa natin, yung nandito po is panay, ay lahat po na nandito sa index card ay nakalagay is last name and sa relative file naman po is parang nandito na rin po lahat ng ah, mga data ng isang users. Directory structure. Collection of nodes containing information about all files. So, ito is in directory. Ito naman ba yung files. Both of the directory structure and the files reside on this. This structure can be subdivided into partition. This partition can be read, protected against failure. This partition can be used raw without a file system or formatted with a file system. Partitions, also known as a mini-disk, slices. Entity containing file system known as a volume. Each volume containing file system also tracks that file system's info in device directory or volume table of contents. As well as a general purpose file system, there are many special purpose file systems. Frequently all within the same operation system or computer. A type of file system organization. So, diba? Types of file system. We must talk of a general purpose of file system. But system frequently have a mini file system, some general and some special purpose. Consider salaries as TMPFS, OBGFS, CTFS, LOFS, FS, and UFS and CFS. The TMPFS memory is based on volatile FS for fast temporary for input-output. The OBGFS interface into a kernel memory to get a kernel symbol for debugging. CTFS is contract file system for managing daemons. LOFS logback file system allows one FS to be accessed in place of another. FS kernel interface to process the structure. UFS and ZFS is a general purpose of file system. Operating perform on directory. It is a search for a file, create a file, delete a file, list a directory, rename a file, and traverse the file system. The directory organization. Efficiency, locating a file quickly. Naming, it is convenient to users. Two users can have the same name for the different files. The same file can have several different names. Grouping, a logical grouping of files by properties. Example, all Java programs and all games. Single level directory, a single directory for all users. Ito po yung directory. So, nakita po naman natin sa baba, may mga arrow. Ito po yung makikita natin mga files. It's naming problem and grouping problem. Two-level directory. Separate directory for its user. Master file directory and user file directory. So, master file directory. Ito is mga user, kung ilan, users, at saka ito is yung mga, I think, mga data ano nang isinisend ay mga user file directory. Path name can have same file name, different user. Efficient searching and new group capability. Three structured directors. So, makita po natin dito is para siyang tree. Meron siyang root kung saan nagmumula yung mga tawag dito. Mga data. I think, hindi ko sure. Basta yun. Makikita po natin dito is para sa 3. 3 po. 3. Ito yung mga tawag dito. Mga files. Ito is mga files. At ito naman ay yes. Ito yung mga files. 3 structured directory. Efficient searching, grouping capability, current directory, or working directory. Ito po. CD, spell, mail, program, Python list. Absolute or relative path name. Setting a new file is done in current directory. Delete a file. So, yan. RM less than and less than file underscore name. Creating a new subdirectory is done in current directory. Imkdir less than dir underscore name and less than and greater than. Example: if in current directory /mail mkdir and count. So ito. So mail prog copy prtx and count. Deleting mail. Deleting the entities entire subtree routed by mail. Have shared acyclic graph directories. Have shared subdirectories and files. So, yun, meron din po siyang root katulad ng ito, katulad ng 3 structured directories, meron din po siyang root. At the same sa cyclic graph directories, meron din po siyang root at meron din po siyang mga files. Yan po.
Acyclic graph directories. May dalawang different names. So, it deletes this. Ito yung dalawang different names ng directories. Downly pointers. Back pointers, so we can delete all pointers. Variable size records up problem. Back pointers using a DC chain organization. Entry, hold, count, solution. New directory entry. Right. Link. Another name pointers to an existing file. Resolve the link following pointers to locate the file. General graph directory. So, mapapansin natin, isa sang diagram ng general graph directory. So, yung general graph directory, meron siyang root. Kung makikita natin, meron siyang parang mga sanga-sanga. Tapos, tinutukoy niya yung sa kabila, sa ABI, may arrow pa baba. Yung tinutukoy niya yung mga text, mail, count, book. Ito yung mga directory. So, sa GIM, merong book, mail, and text, SYP. Magkaiba sila. Pagdating naman sa book, magkaiba rin. Yung sa kabila, may ABI. Sa kabila, count. So, pagdating dito sa SYP, meron dalawang sangay. Unhex, tsaka hex. Parang hex na to. Yung ganun. How do we guarantee no cycles? Allow only links to file, not subdirectories. Garbage collection. Every time a new link is added, use a cycle detection algorithm to determine whether it is okay.
File system mounting. A file system must be mounted before it can be accessed. An unmounted file system is mounted at a mount point. So, ito yung file system mounting. Kung hindi, yung tinutukoy ng file system mounting, bawat mountain ay merong point. Makikita natin merong point. Kumbaga, yung sa unang point ng mountain, ay dito nanggagaling yung axis bago kakalat sa iba, bago connect. So, ito yung diagram niya. User, build, read, help. So, ganun din sa kabila. Sa A, magkaiba. Na isa lang. Pangalawa, dalawa na yung nakakonect. So, sa last, isa na lang. Yung dito, pero magkaiba. Sa una, dalawa yung nakakonect bago panghuli. Sa isang dalawa yung nakakonect dito sa dock tsaka prog. Galing kay Jane. Mount point. So, ito ngayon, yung point, bawat point dito, nanggagaling sa point na to, pupunta sa parang mountain. File sharing. Sharing of file on multi-user system is desirable. Sharing may be done through a protection scheme. On distributed system, file may be shared across a network. Network file system is a common distributed file sharing method. If multi-user system, user IDs identify user, allow permission and protection to be per user. Group IDs allow user to be in group, permitting group access right. Owner of a file directory. File sharing remote file system. Uses networking to allow file system access between system. So, ito na yung tinutukoy niya dito. Gagamit tayo ng isang network, kumbaga gagamit tayo ng isang server, isang router, kundi router wifi, para makakonect tayo between laptop to laptop, para file sharing tayo. Manually via programs like FTP, automatically seamlessly using distributed file system. Semi-automatically via the World Wide Web. Client-server model allows client to mount remote file system from server. Ito yung client server, ito yung pinaka-mount remote file system. Kumbaga dito lahat sinisave. Kumbaga dito lahat ng files na pumupunta dito. Ito yung pinakamalaking, kumbaga, mount. Server can serve multiple clients. Clients and user. One client identification is secure or complicated. NFS is standard unique client server file sharing protocol. CIFS is standard Windows protocol. Standard operating system file calls are translated into remote calls. Distributed information system, distributed naming services such as LDAP, DNS, NIS, Active Directory, implement unified access to information needed for remote computing. File sharing failure modes. hindi lahat ng hindi lahat ng hindi lahat na nagpa-file sharing tayo kailangan tama na kagad. May failure modes din kasi kailangan natin kasi may meron pa kasing ginagawa dito para maka file sharing tayo. Meron pang kumbaga marami pa siyang ginagawa. So all file system have failure modes. For example, corruption of directory structure or other non-user data called metadata. Remote file system have no failure modes due to network failures, server failure. Kumbaga, hindi tayo makaka-file sharing kung mabagal yung network natin. So, ganun yun. Recovery from failure can involve state information about the status of its remote request. Kailangan, pag nag-ano tayo ng recovery from failure involves, kailangan alam natin kung paano i-request yung status. So, yun na yun. Stateless protocols such as NFS B3 include all information in each request, allowing easy recovery but less security. So, yun na nga yun. Kailangan sa stateless natin, kailangan may recovery at saka security para hindi maano yung information natin, para hindi maano ng mga hacker. Specify how multiple user are to access a shared file simultaneously, similar to CH5 process synchronization algorithms tend to be less complex due to this input-output and network latency for remote file system. Andrew file implemented complex remote file sharing semantics. Si Andrew yung nag-implement ng remote file sharing sa semantics. Unique file system implements writes to an open file visible immediately to other user of the same open file. Sharing file pointers to allow multiple users to read and write concurrently. AFS has season semantics. Writes only visible to sessions starting after the file is closed. Protection. Kailangan sa pag-ano natin, kailangan may protection din. Para yung file natin, file owner creators should be able to control what can be done by whom. Types of access. May mga type tayo ng access. Katulad ng read, write, execute, append, delete, list. Sa access list in groups, kailangan may mode access, read, write, execute. May tatlong klaseng user of Unix Linux. Una, owner access. Sa owner access, may 7. Sa RWX, 1111. Kumbaga, sa read, may 1. Sa write, may 1. Sa execute, may 1. Sa group access, naman sila, 6. May 6 sa group access. Pagdating dito, may 1. Bago sa execute, wala. Public access. Sa public access, 1 lang. 0, sa read niya, 0, sa write niya, 0. Pagdating dito sa execute, may 1 na siya. As manager, to create a group, unique name, say G, and add some user to a group. For a particular file, say game, or subdirectory, define an appropriate access. So ito na yun. Ito yung pinaka-appropriate access niya. Attach a group to a file. Ito na yung group of file. Kumbaga ito yung group. Ito yung group na yun. Windows 7 Access Control List Management. Kailangan, sa Windows 7 Access Control List Management, kailangan maging aware tayo sa security. Kailangan tingnan natin kung ano nakalagay sa security natin. So, ito yun. Ito yung properties ng panel, list panel. Ito yung sample ng unique directory list. Makikita natin ito. Ito na yun. May iba-iba silang katangian. Iba-iba yung ano nila. May mga date. May mga stuff. Yung iba naka-private. So, yun. Thank you for listening, sir.